Whoa. Whoa. Let me chug some milk before we record this. Gotta get my milk. This shit is a grind. My hair is literally in my headset. God. See, that's the thing. Man, it sucks sometimes having long hair. Being a girl, you know? Like, my hair be getting stuck in my headset hella all the time. Like, every time I wear it, my hair's all up in that bitch. Anyways, enough complaining. Rating dog breeds #2, baby. You know, you got a little bit of sneak peek at the first few dogs. Let's see what I rated them. Let's see the other breeds I picked. By me, let's get it. Yeah, some animation up in this bitch. You already know what I rated this one if you watched the other video. If you didn't, here you go. The standard Schnauzer. It's a big dog, so it gets credit for that. It's kind of meh. You know, I like it. Got short tails, nice haircuts, not much to say. It's a good breed. And one thing as well is it's usually quality bred. If you see a Schnauzer, most people that have Schnauzers, they're usually quality bred Schnauzers. Because people who own Schnauzers usually care about that genetics a lot more. The curly-coated retriever. So the curly-coated retriever, I'm now realizing this picture's a little blurry, but besides the point. I like them, I like the way they look. One comment that is like, that I have to make on it, that kind of like sticks out a lot more in other pictures of them than it does in this one. Their fur pattern on their forehead looks like they have male balding pattern. They look like they are a 34-year-old man named Craig. But needless to say, 7 out of 10. Has male balding pattern, like I said. Nice coat, I like the curly coat. And they have a good color variation. They have all the standard lab colors and a few more. The Chesapeake Bay Retriever. Now, unlike most of the other lab type dogs and retrieval dogs and retrievers, this one doesn't have that much coat variation. It's more like the Golden Retriever, where it's just all kind of, it has a little bit more variation than that. God, I'm hearing shit. I literally talked about this in the last video, like, I swear to God. It sounded like a fucking door opening in my house. This shit is like, my house is haunted or some shit. Because when I recorded the making this, I swear I heard somebody whisper in my ear or something, but no. I swear to God, a door opened somewhere. My door's closed, so I'm safe. Chesapeake Bay Retrievers are, you know, a little bit more color variation than Golden Retrievers do. You know, they have the dark, the light, you know, the in-betweens. They can have like almost like a watered down kind of color, almost silver, but they still don't have like strong color. They are just, you know, not any color variation really. More than Golden Retriever does. I forgot about that one. Nice coats. They can have a shaggy coat, a relatively, you know, smoother coat, and then they can have a curlier one. And their eyes are stunning. Look at these dogs' eyes. Look at these beauties. Anyways, very, very nice dogs. The Mini Schnauzer. The Mini Schnauzer is slightly, like, I feel like it's a little bit worse than the standard Schnauzer. I like the way they look more, but they are a small dog, and they give me 100% emo ankle biter vibes. 5 out of 10, small dog, cool hair like the standard, and they also very clean looking dogs. People own minis, you know, cut or not cut, like the fur is just, it looks clean. The Bloodhound. The Bloodhound is a dog that I feel like doesn't get that much hype. Like, yeah, you see it in a few movies, you know, it's like the detective's dog in like every movie ever. But they are genuinely cool dogs. I love their ears, you know, their wrinkly faces, huge ears. Like, look at the massive size of those ears. They are extremely good at smelling. Like, they are extremely good at what they do. They really, really are. They're good deer tracking dogs. I've seen them used for that a lot. Their rating is 6 out of 10. Floppy. I spelled great wrong. What is this? They're great smellers. Big ass hell ears. The Basset Hound. Like the Bloodhound, it has big ass floppy ears. And look at this floppy little guy. The Basset Hound has much shorter legs, it's a much smaller dog. It is very unproportional. It has big feet, big ears, big old jowls, and an extremely long tail for its size. And also, I'm gonna quickly go back for a second. The word the word bloodhound, blood and hound are connected. With the word basset hound, they're two separate words. So, just had to point that out. 8 out of 10 rating. Top 5 small dog breeds, in my opinion. Floppy little fool, and he's got some big ass feet. The Dachshund. Now, the Dachshund has 3 main coat patterns. It has the short or smooth coat, the shaggy coat, and the the regular long coat, like the one right here. On the far left. My favorite is probably just the standard smooth coat. Um, you don't see a lot of shaggy coat Dachshunds. You don't really see them that often. They get mistaken for literally every other shaggy dog. Or wire hair, I should say, because they're technically like, wire hair is what you call like that kind of coat. But a lot of variation. There's so many different variations of Dachshunds. They're literally nicknamed Wiener Dog. You can't get much better than that. They're adorable. So much coat variation, so much color variation, so much pattern variation, different, coat texture variation. Overall, 6 out of 10. They are, the only reason they are a 6 out of 10 is because, I feel like I would have rated them more, except for when you see these dogs, they are almost, and I know it isn't their fault, but you have to take it into consideration, they are almost always morbidly obese. Like I said, not their fault, but it's just, what you see, and it's sad you see it, but, um, it's more common than not. They're cute, 3 main coat types, and they have an extremely wide coat variety. The Australian Cattle Dog. It's not a dog you see super a lot. I love the way they look. They have beautiful patterns, they're extremely loyal, and they are great working dogs. They are a solid dog. They're 8 out of 10. Like I said, everything I said before is exactly what the bullet points are. They have nice, like, up ears, everything. You can't really get much better than a good bred Aussie. Or Australian cattle dog, not like a shepherd. The Tibetan Mastiff. For being a big dog, you'd think I like it more. I don't. I do not. I'm not a fan of the amount of hair that this dog has. I don't like the way they look. They are kind of scary, I would say, but I'm not scared of them. I've never seen one in person. I'd probably pet it, but I feel like their fur, like any dog that has this really fluffy, like, type of fur, like this type of fur, the texture is awful to me. Like, I don't like the texture of it. And they have a little bit of coat variation, some color variation. They can come in like fawn colors and brown. They're not all black like this, but I just don't like the way they look. They're 4 out of a 10. They are massive. Like this is like one of the, you know, biggest dog breeds in the world. They could literally kill anything, I swear. Like these dogs are bred for that. And they're like 90% fluff. If you look at them, like pictures of them, they're huge, yeah, but they're a lot of it is fluff. For the Chihuahua, This is probably going to be a shocking rating compared to like my other small dog ratings that I've given. And the Chihuahua gets a lot of slander. It does. Not a lot of people like the Chihuahua. If you like Chihuahuas, you like Chihuahuas. That's your thing. But they really aren't that bad. I've known a lot more good Chihuahuas than I have bad Chihuahuas. They, yeah, they can be like yippy and bitey, but like, that's extremely, extremely the owner's fault. Like, it's just, but, yeah. They really aren't as bad as people say they are. They're cute. I like them. Though I have met a few that were absolute demons, they're 5 out of 10. They're pretty good. They're not usually a-holes. Sometimes they are. They're tiny. But the reason they didn't get a 6 out of 10, this is the sole reason. They stink. Every Chihuahua I've ever met in my life, they don't smell good. They just smell like bad, like extra bad breath and farts. Like they're not nice smelling dogs. The German Shepherd. The German Shepherd is a very popular breed. I think the hype is deserved though. It is a great working dog. They do great work for our police officers, who I thank for their service. Thank all the dogs for their service in our police and even military. They are a very common dog we see in all kinds of forces like that, along with things like Belgian Malinois and I forgot the other breed name, but I did have one in mind. But they're herders. They're good at what they do. They're 8 out of 10. They're extremely smart and popular. Great herding dogs. I don't even know how to say this dog's name. I don't even know how to say it. The Hamilton Stouvier. That's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna say that Hamilton Stouvier. It's a German dog breed that it literally looks like every other fucking dog breed. Like, it's just so, like, it looks like a beagle and I don't know. It just looks like every other dog. Like, if you combined every dog, I feel like it would make this one. 'Cause it's a medium-sized dog. It's got longer ears, but only mid-sized ears. It's got speckled face. It's got like the most basic pattern, and it comes with a little bit of color variation. It can go from all the way from red to full fawn to almost entirely white. A lot of color variation. Um, I don't really know what they do, what they used for. It's just one of the breeds I ran into when doing a little bit of looking. It's a 6 out of 10. It literally looks like every other bitch. It's not a very common breed. You don't really hear about the Hamilton Stouvier. And it's a German dog. Now, I know this isn't really a dog breed. It is a breed, but it's not an AKC recognized breed. Which is not like what I'm really doing. I'm not doing like only AKC recognized ones, but I'm kind of trying to stay in like the area of an actual breed. Now, pit bulls aren't necessarily a breed. They are more of a category. But I'm talking about pit bulls that have been bred. They are like purebred, like they are pit bull all the way through their genetics pretty much. The standard pit bull. They're lean dogs. The standard pit bull was actually bred for dogfighting. A lot of people get confused with other bully breeds and the American bully, thinking they were also bred for dogfighting. No. Those dogs, other than like Doggo Argentino and a few other, most bully breeds and, bullies were not bred for dogfighting. The standard pit bull, however, was. They got that lean size, so they're agile. They're strong, lean muscle, you know, lots of coat variation on them. They come in um, they come in solid colors. They come in colors like this, where it's 2-color, all kinds of different patterns. They come in speckled patterns, the classical tri-pattern, of course, this pattern, in all different colors under the sun. They're extremely versatile dogs. They are 8 out of 10. I love bully breeds. I like pit bulls. They're my shit. They're not AKC recognized. I just realized as well, this thing is like duped up. That's fucking horrible, but lean muscle. and they're cute. Oh, look at that little face. It is cute. Beautiful eyes as well. Now, this is the American Bully. The American Bully was not bred for dogfighting. The American Bully was derived from Pit Bulls, but has since become its entirely own thing. American Pit Bull, the standard Pit Bull and the American Bully are different dogs. As you can see, let's go back for a second. Very lean, very skinny, completely different face shape almost. Different ears than this dog. The American Bully was bred for aesthetic purposes. They have bulky muscle. They have even more of a versatile. They come in XL. They come in L, which is large. They come in pocket. They come in, all kinds of different sizes. They come in miniature. And standard. They come in standard American Bully size as well, which I believe this one is. I'm not sure if this is an XL or a standard. But it appears to be a bigger standard. So it could be a large. But I don't, because it doesn't quite seem like an XL, and it seems a little bigger than a standard. So we'll stick it with a large American Bully. Their color was bred for aesthetic purposes. Their size was bred for aesthetic purposes. Facial structure, head shape, their ears usually cropped. I love them way more cropped. Everything about this dog is bred for aesthetic purposes and health. Not just, but health purposes too. The people who breed these dogs, they care about their health. These are not dog fighting dogs. These are different from the standard pit bull. These are not pit bulls. These are American Bullies. So this dog in particular has the tri-pattern in fawn. This is one of the most common, patterns you see in American Bullies is the tri-pattern. Tons of different colors, very versatile as well. And they are 10 out of 10. Only when well bred. And that's why at the end of this they will not be getting a honorable mention, because it's very, very strict. When they are well bred, like this picture, they are 10 out of 10. But you just don't see, like, a lot of this, especially the smaller ones like the pockets and the minis, they're not that well bred. You can tell they have, issues with shoulders and elbows and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm not a fan of the minis, and that kind of brings down the American Bully, its name a little bit. By well bred, I mean anything that is standard or above. If it is under standard, like the miniatures and pockets, they are not well bred. They usually have breathing issues. They're usually, not very nice looking dogs. I suppose a little bit smaller. So there's miniature. So there's pocket, miniature, small, standard, large, extra large. So I would say small. Like some small ones, they're fine. But once you get into pocket and miniature, they're absolutely not. They're bred originally for aesthetic. They're bulky muscle, and they're also not AKC recognized because, bully. And the overall rating for video dog ratings number 2 is an 8 out of 10. And that is all. Goodbye. Hopefully the ghosts don't get me. Spooky shit.